What is up, everyone? It's Michael here from the London Lucarios with a new SSBG ranking, and today I've got with me two special guests. If they'd like to introduce themselves.
Yo, I'm Anders of the what's my team name this one? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, Asher 20 Ciphers. uh, and we also have with us Devin.
Hi, I'm Devin. Mid Valley Meows. Meow, meow, meow. Feels weird not having these introed by Anders, just saying.
I know, I really didn't know what to say because I'm used to Anders doing it every time. By the way, the reason Anders isn't doing it is because he hasn't got headphones anymore, so you're stuck with me. So let's fire into this because we're going to try and get through this in under 45 minutes, which will be an absolute miracle. So let's just start with the first team then, guys.
I like it.
Yeah.
Next team.
As I said, I'm not doing any of this rubbish talk. It's just as quick as we can. So we're going with Carl first here. So
Yeah.
we've got Carl's team on the left here, which is Iron Valiant. We've also got go up here so I can actually read the names. Ting Lu, Among Us, Quaquaval, Hydrogen, Talonflame, Electro Tisui, Poltergeist, Hariyama, Spiritomb, and Misdreavus.
I like Regenerator. So I like Among Us.
Yeah, that's always nice.
I feel like Amoongus was pointed pretty lightly for how beastie Amoongus is in every format. I think it was cool.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, any thoughts on their team so far? It's got some decent attack power, I think, personally.
He could
Go
do a
back up.
steel mon. He doesn't have a steel.
Go
Yeah,
back up to them tiers. Scroll up a little bit. I want to see.
speed tiers. I mean, it's a bloody good speed tier.
Yeah. And not only that, but like some really good offensive coverage in the speed test too. Electric grass. Okay, grass isn't great offensively, but flying fire, then fairy and fighting,
Yeah.
all above well above the 100s, even all above 110. So that's like some really great offense.
Not entirely sure this team even really needs what's it called? A steel type TBH. It's got a fire, water, grass.
Yep.
A pretty good one, and like, yeah, they don't have the fairy.
But my only issue with the fire type is, I mean, it's not really a bulky fire type for that kind of core that you're after there. But
Yeah.
offensively, it's solid. I like the defensive core, and actually, you've got Among Us, Tinglu, and Hariyama.
Yes.
I mean, they're all
They're
bulky
really nice.
and they cover each other well, and Spiritomb as well.
We are a little bit weak to flying here. Flying is a very scary offensive threat. Like we have no resist to flying.
Yep.
Apart from Electrode, I suppose.
Well, it's
No,
not.
it
It's
doesn't
grass.
resist. It's neutral.
Huh?
It's grass
It's
type.
neutral. It's neutral on Electrode.
Oh yeah, of course, he's grass. So he has no resist to flying.
He's got 4
Yeah, but
weaknesses and no
Electrode
resist.
will always hit the bird first.
So four weaknesses, no resist. Yeah, but you haven't got natural switching.
Yeah.
True.
So, I mean, that would be the one glaring weakness. The other one is fairy. There is a lot weak to it with only a couple of resistances, and you
The thing I'll
can't count
say-
Talonflame as a resistance
Yeah.
really because it's so frail.
Imagine
You
a core
could
that
run
uses this team.
bulky. You could probably run a bulky set for Flame. People do it all the time.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's you wouldn't want to switch in on a strong Moonblast, and
No.
True.
when you've got Fluttermane, like someone like Anders has, that would be
Oh.
horrific.
Yeah, I would.
I like
So-
this team. My one suggestion would be get a good Pokemon that can switch in on flying moves. Maybe a steel type, I think, would be good for coverage.
Well, if you want to defend from flying and fairy, steel tends to be pretty good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's a
Yeah.
solid team and good speed tiers, strong defensive core. Let's have a quick look down here for it's got a couple of hazard setters, good bit of defog and rapid spin, so I like it.
Got Heal Bell.
Healbow
Healbow is
and
really nice.
aromatherapy.
Yeah.
And also there is absolute sweep potential in this team with Quaquaval and Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And
don't forget the craziness that Iron Valiant can do.
exactly. So no, I really like the team. I think it is a
Hey.
solid. Are we going to start with an A? I think I might start with an A.
Oh, I'm gonna go B plus. I feel like the weakness to fairy and flying, like those are just too common of types to be
Okay,
weak
yeah,
to.
fair enough.
I'm also thinking B plus. If it was like a grass and a bug weakness, I would go A. But like fairy and flying are like two of the most common offensive typings, right?
Carl didn't hear
Yeah.
that. I was being nice, and these guys aren't. So sorry, it's B plus.
I'm brutal. Now time for my payback because you get to be brutal
Next
against
time
me.
is Anders. So we've got Fluttermane, Heatran, Ditto, Slowking, Cyclizer, Cloyster, Hisuian Lilligant, Electros, Crocodile, and Scyther. So personally here, Cloyster I think is an unbelievably good pick as a Terra Captain.
Oh yeah, you could drop that ice weakness. Oh, Steel Cloister.
It could do a lot. That really could do a hell of a lot. So yeah, I think it is a solid pick. Ditto as Terra Captain I think is a bit odd.
Why? I like it.
I just think that is a really odd choice.
So
you know
you
where the
can
inspiration came? I'll tell you where the inspiration came from.
Go ahead.
I was watching a replay of Jake versus another guy, and I cannot remember the exact match. But Jake terroring his Ditto won him the 1v1 matchup and proceeded to he then craziness with it.
I do think that's very situational though.
Yeah. That's why I have two Terra Captains.
Fair enough. Good enough answer. So yeah, again, so we've got some solid defensive mons in Slowking and Heatran here. Some reasonable pivot in there as well.
Cypher is good.
Yeah.
Actually, like just straight across. Really good pick for a low tier mon.
Good speed tiers here as well.
It's got Slowking, access to that rare teleport type set.
Yeah.
Also, here's a quick hint for those. Cloister has a base 180 defense.
Oh yeah, it's massively bulky.
It gets 50% boosted in Chile in snow.
Does regular Slowking get Chili reception?
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Okay, didn't realise that. I've always used the Galarian version. But no, I think it's a really nice team. Solid. Again, bit very weak again.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Heatran that ×4 resist.
I also
What if the fairy potentially has earth power?
You got a balloon.
But no, I think it's a solid team. I really do. Yeah. As I said, good speed tiers. Let's have a quick look here. Covers everything, all bases pretty well. Yeah, a reasonable core. Hisuian Lilligant can sweep. Cloyster can obviously sweep. Ditto can sweep. So yeah, no, he's got.
Cyclizar is grossly underestimated. He can do a lot more havoc than you'd think.
Certainly.
I probably shouldn't say this. But I'm going to highlight it because it is noteworthy. I am the only team in the whole draft that didn't max out my team members. I have one less mon than everyone else.
I noticed that. That's so rare for a points draft.
Yeah.
Normally you have more people. You have less people max out, but this time around everyone's maxed.
I literally came to use the exact amount of points to the point I even traded a mon to make sure I had enough points for Cypher. I didn't like every mon. I knew exactly what I wanted. Towards the end, at the beginning, I was like, hey, "Yo, Dev and Bam, just draft for me. I'll fill in the rest."
All right, what we scoring him?
I'm feeling A. Fluttermane pushes it over for me.
I was going to go B plus.
Okay, well, I'm comfortable with a B plus.
No, we'll go A minus.
That works.
In the middle, A minus. So we're up with Jeremy next. So let's
see
if we can
having Fluttermane on your team ups you a whole rank. To be honest,
I mean, it is pretty good. What's the question mark one? Sorry, the Thunderous T. Okay.
I think in this it needs to be Furion
Yeah,
for
it
it to work.
does. I thought I'd got caught most of these apart from the Iron Leaves, which I couldn't find, but that is fine. I can fix that. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, guys. As usual, things don't always go
There you go.
perfectly. Thunder Assyrian, here we go. So, let's have a look. So, with
that's
Jeremy, we have got Palafin, Thunder Assyrian, Screamtail, Gudra, Toadscrawl, Suin Harkonine, Lucario, Overcalled, Dunsparce, Mismagius, and Rotom Frost. Wow, I think that's a really good team.
Yes, but I'm automatically going to say, without looking at the speed tiers, I think this is a slow team. At least aggressively.
Oh, well, Screamtail's pretty quick.
Yeah,
His
but you're not doing much.
Harkonine's not
aggressively with it.
slow.
Thunder's
Palafin
fast.
with the priority, Thunderous T, Mismagius. So let's have a quick look.
Well, I was wrong. Holy shit. I was really wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he's got half his team over 100 speed tier. So I think it's pretty strong. In terms of speed, okay, he hasn't got anything which is a real max high speed, but they're all decent speed, even down to Gudra.
Gudra, yeah. Nothing really hyper slow. Greentail's a nice defensive mon. You can do lots of annoying wish stuff with it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think Palafin was a hard pick because that's just a hard Pokemon to use. I haven't played with Jeremy in a very long time. I will be interested to see if he can pull off Palafin.
Yeah,
like it's a good Pokemon.
Palafin is better in theory than in practice. I had Palafin for a draft. It was one of the most expensive ones or whatever. It was good. It was definitely my best mon on my team, but I found it to be, I almost ended up leading him every match because trying to get a safe switch in, then switch him out again was really awkward to do in the middle of a match. So you ended up almost always leading him, then like flip turning or whatever, which ended up becoming predictable. So then you try to avoid that, and then you find yourself like, oh shit, when do I even get Palafin in? It's
hard. With a revenge, it's a tricky mod. It's a hard Pokemon to use.
But
flip turn to trap on it.
But this team has got the defensive bulk to deal with that.
This is true.
You can hard switch. You've got a Screamtail here. You've got a Toadscrawl. You've got a Gudra. You've got Overquill. Like Dunsparce. There is physical bulk to just go. I mean, lead Palafin and just switch straight away.
And I'll also say this, right? Both electric and grass immunity on two really strong ones. Like, not even like, oh, I'm going to pick this one because it has like a grass immunity, but it's kind of trash apart from that. No, we have grass immunity with the Sap Sipper, Gudra, and then we have Volt Absorb, Thunderous, both of which can then punish afterwards.
Or you've got Toadscrawl.
Does Toadscrawl get Sap Sipper?
No,
because he has Mycelium Might.
But it's neutral to grass. It's immune to electric, and it's especially so bulky that you could just switch it on pretty much anything.
That's true.
So I think from that point of view, Palafin's really well covered.
It's good.
And
this is looking like I can go the 9.
I mean, look at the type balance here for resistances.
Yeah.
There is no glaring weakness.
Even the fighting, you have both
immunity
and Mismagius.
So I like it a lot.
Defensively, this team is pretty damn good, flawless even. But I like Rotom Wash. Getting a cheap Rotom in there, it's always a good option. Cheap Blizzards, but yeah, I like his team. I'll give this one an A.
Yeah,
I will say I'm going to point this out as well because I'll make this point later. Having anything with extreme speed as your Terra Captain is automatically a threat.
Yeah. And actually, look at the hazards and the removal here on it. And it's got Wish and Heal Bell as well. So, I mean, it's got everything you want.
This might be my favourite team so far. It's really balanced. I don't think it's as offensive as the last two teams. Yes, I'm including my own there. But Palafin alone is such an offensive threat. It's just scary.
Yeah, and I think you can build and chip damage to get Palafin in the late game to sweep.
And like, even if something like Gudra isn't like, oh, it's like a Dragonite, it's still hitting hard and it has coverage for days.
So we're going A, yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah. A, maybe A+. I really like this team. I don't think it's S tier because it doesn't blow me away. And Palafin is awkward. It is awkward.
I've never handed out an S tier ever. I
We
think it's impossible to have S.
I think.
mean,
I think.
everyone else would have to draft like rubbish to get an S tier.
I think it's all about perspective. My opinion of an S tier is like this is the best team of this draft. It doesn't mean a perfect draft.
Fair enough. Well, I think this is certainly a. What do you think?
here once in my randoms when I didn't draft.
But what do you think? A or A plus, Dev?
I'm A.
A.
Like,
We'll stick with A for now, and I think if by the time we get through to the end we haven't got anything above A, we'll then look at all the A's and then give something an A plus. If we just give it the top tier. Jacob next. So we've got Dragapult, Clodsar, Arnmoth, Zapdos, Avalag, Meloetta, Zarude, Ursaring, Basculegion Female, Ice-Q and Go-Goat. So it's got some real high speed, some real low speed as well.
It's got some cool Pokemon on it. I think Meloetta's a good Terra captain.
Yeah. Ursaring's solid. Eviolite Ursaring could be really interesting.
Jake runs Ursaring a lot. Jake knows how to make Ursaring go.
It's Jacob, not Jake.
Oh, Jacob.
Yeah. There is a lot.
Weird.
There is a lot of J's in this draft.
Yeah.
I think this team is missing a fairy and a steel, and that bothers me a little bit. I know that's like,
just looking at the team, it just doesn't seem to have a natural
gel, and like the last team really fit together.
Yeah, I mean,
like I don't.
Dragapult's a real threat, and so's Arnmoth.
But I don't want to be switching into one of them 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
This team doesn't have the synergistic mesh the other teams have. Like, you don't get I look at it and I don't see a safe switch off the bat.
Let me put it this way, right? You're a Dragapult and your opponent has a choice scarf, Gardevoir. What are you switching into?
I mean, there's no dragon immunity at all. You're pretty weak to dark types. You're really weak to rock types.
Well, I want to see those Pokemon. I'm going with over Anders' fucking hypothetical here. I think you switch into fucking Clodsire.
Yeah, and then what if it's a Psy Strike or a Psychic? GG.
Oh damn, that's a bad time.
Yeah, and bearing in mind about half the fairies are Fairy Psychic.
In there, Meloetta.
I don't like this. Yeah, I was going to say I don't love this team. I don't particularly like this team. I'm going to go as far and say.
I think this team could be fixed quite easily and become an amazing team, but it needs a few. Look at that type chart, mix some stuff up.
There is no real balance.
Basculegion out, get a better water type, and switch Avalugg out for like a steel or something.
And can I just say, just because we're knocking knocking teams and stuff, and because we are reviewing them, so we've got to do it fairly, and there will be teams we like and teams we don't. It doesn't mean the team's bad. It just means we think they're less usable.
It means the team's bad and you're bad, and you should feel bad.
No, not at all. It can win games. It's just
bad.
I think it's hard. I think it's harder to use. It's harder to pilot than. So looking at these two teams, for instance, I think Jeremy's team would be far easier to pilot than Jacob's.
Yeah. By the way, Jacob, if you don't know me, that was totally a joke.
No, he's not.
Honestly, I'm sure you could pilot it really well. Don't take anything reviewers say to heart. My team on NFPB or whatever got rated one of the lowest, and I'm currently 8-0 on that. Yeah. So, who gives a fuck what we think? If you think you can pilot it, then go ahead. We're just giving our suggestions for a general balance.
Yeah, but no, I think it's got some glaringly.
I think it's a weak team. You need to fix it.
I think it's missing some key components, as we said. Steel type, fairy type.
Yep. Steel fairy.
I do like the fact it's got a grounded poison type.
Yeah. That's always nice.
And actually, Zapdos and Hazard Removal is fantastic. It's one of the best defoggers in the game. So,
yeah.
From that point of view, I like it. From actual type spreads, not so much.
C tier. Straight up C tier. We need to go a bit quicker, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going C-. What you
I
got?
am there with the C minus.
Okay.
I'm joining in on that. C minus.
Jared and Devin. Let's have a look here. So, and by the way, this is just in the order that the doc gave it to me, so it's not in match-up order like last time, I'm afraid. So, let's have a look at Jared's team. So we're starting with Chiyu, Baxcalibur, Grimsnarl, Donphan, Galarian Zapdos, Gengar, Blissey, Veloeza, Quillfish, Honchkroton, Kricketune.
I wish this team took physical hits better. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Donphan is the only thing here that can take a good physical hit.
Max can take a physical.
Who?
Baxcalibur can.
Not ideally. You're not like, oh yes, I can't wait to switch my Baxcalibur in on close combat.
True.
I was going to say Quillfish can because it gets Intimidate, but
Yeah.
And you're not like it's the ace in my hole. I'm going to switch out Quillfish. It's not like a bloody Ferrothorn.
no,
Right,
I agree. And actually, speed tier wise, it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
So you're not.
Isn't it funny how Gengar used to be seen as blazing speed, and now I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of being outsped by a lot.
The speed creep's insane now, though, isn't it? Like 110
Yeah.
is kind of like meh. Like it really is.
The gold standard to compare everything by in the current meta. Well, in the meta at the start of Scarlet and Violet was Garchomp at 102. If it was faster than Garchomp, it was fast. If it was slower, it's slow. I think that Pokemon is now probably actually Gengar to use that as the measurement.
So yeah,
Honestly.
I think it's the speed is pretty middling to low. It's got screens. I like screens. Grimsnarl's always useful. Screens, parting shot now, love it. Blissey
Will be a beastly offensive threat as well. Just throwing that out.
I mean,
there.
if you look at the offensive threats in this team, Chiyu, massive. Baxcalibur, massive. Galarian Zapdos, massive. Gengar, decent. Honchkroton, even as a Terra Captain, is a massive threat. So, it's not a bad team on the offensive side.
No,
I don't understand Lissy as a Terra. Like, I guess you Terra Ghost to fighting move, and then you hope they don't have knockoff.
But bro, you Terra to whatever type you think you're going to get hit by, so you can resist it.
Again, another team with no flying resistance, though.
Yeah.
So
Another team that could do with having a steel type.
Yeah.
What is this with the lack of steel types? Yeah, it's a okay team.
This one I feel is better than the last one.
Yeah,
Better than the last one because it's so offensive that if he can Choice Scarf the Chiyu, Dragon Dance the Baxcalibur, get a few Moxie Honchkrow off, you can win, right? But he just struggles switching stuff in on physical. Like, yes, Blissey all day or
I've
anything
just
special.
highlighted the defense stat,
So-
average of 71.
Yeah, 71.
And that's
I
with
don't
Donphan.
think-
Crikey.
I don't think he's playing to switch. He's throwing a Pokemon out, using it until it dies, and throwing out the next Pokemon. He's got a really hyper-offensive team here.
Yeah,
Very hyper offensive.
I would lead screens and then go set up sweep.
Yeah, there you go.
You can almost say that Veluza, Kricketune, I struggle to see those guys ever coming in.
Oh no,
They just feel like wasted team slots.
Veluza's got, what is it? Filet, whatever
Filet,
it is, which
yeah.
Sets up a
Cricket-
bit.
Might show.
Kricketune gets to Healers, but both of them struggle on hyper offensive teams. They want to have support that they can switch into.
Alright, what are we rating it?
Kricketune is a suicide lead with sticky webs. Boom.
Yeah, I'm saying C plus.
C plus.
Yeah.
Okay, Devin, now you shut up on your team. We're going to rate you. And Rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reasonable speed tier, but not amazing. Again, nothing massively fast. Hawlucha with Unburden is the only bit of speed, like real speed there, but there is no actual terrain setter.
It'll be hard to pull off the.
So you'd have to do it on CC with
Unburden.
White Herb or something, or.
Yeah. No, of course, there are ways. It's
yeah,
just not the
there are,
Unburden.
Extreme speed Arcanine.
Yes, I already commented that I like, and I knew Devon had did this, which is why I made the comment earlier. Anything that can extreme speed Terra is good, straight up.
reason we put
Azelf is a really good offensive mon. A blazing 115 speed. For context, Gengar's at 110. Really good offensive typing. It gets access to that new psychic move, right?
it does, which boosts its special attack. I like the defensive core with his first 3. Steel Dragon
Me too.
Fairy, very nice.
Hazard removal. Can I have a look at the hazard removal? The
there
only
is a
thing I
bit.
can see.
There's Colossal, and there's also Rotom.
All the defaults, yeah.
so-
Hazard removal for
and
days.
plenty of hazard setters.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I quite like this team. What about pivoting? What are we looking in terms of pivot?
pivoting, we've got load of U-turn, Volt Switch, a teleport.
We
Reaction,
like drive.
obviously.
Baton pass in this draft as
Yeah.
well.
Let's have a look at the
Really good.
weaknesses. No glaring weakness to anything. So solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's quite nice.
I like this team. I like
Yeah.
this team a lot. It's not my favorite so far.
Offensively, it's okay. King Gambit in the back is always scary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I like this team.
it's
I don't like
certainly not my-
Colossal and Sudowoodo.
it's not my favourite, but it's up there. So I'm going A-.
I'm happy for A- too.
What do you think,
Uh,
Dev? We'll let you talk now.
S Pseudowood.
S because
I like
Yo,
your-
yo.
Also, hey, who's Newton Wallaby again?
That's Andy.
Hey, Andy.
So next up, we've got
What up? It's
We've
Big
got
Andy. Kids are
my
at
team.
PE right now. What's going on?
What up?
My team. They said my team was S for Pseudowoodoo.
No, it's A-. I'm gonna
It
see
is
if I
S.
can finally get Iron Leaves into this.
Don't think you can.
Look, I
Hold on, I
can't.
gotta-
It doesn't have
hold on.
Iron Leaves. It's so annoying.
That's okay.
They need to sort that out. Anyway,
How many have we done?
We're about halfway through.
About halfway. So we're on my team now. So my team is Great Tusk, Anamoros, Galarian Moltres, Hisuian Gudra, Volcarona. We got Iron Leaves, Quagsire, Lycanroc, Kilowattrel, Muck, Samurott.
Great Tusk.
F.
And
Move on. Next.
What do you guys
Great
think?
Tusk and Moltres are a great combo wombo, obviously.
Yep.
They kind
That
of
is
cover each other's issues. One issue being Fairy, but then you have the Terra Captain being Moltres, which is just kind of like scary. What do you have?
That unknown's gonna put in work, dude.
What
That's
typing is Iron Leaves again? It's
Grass
and
Psychic.
Grass Psychic, right? Okay.
Turn bait is what it is.
Iron Leaves.
I'll load it up quickly so you can quickly see its stats.
Yeah. I don't really know Iron Leaves that well. Everyone just uses Walking Weight.
Iron Leaves is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I mean,
I think
it's
its
kinda
stats
bad.
are superb. Like
It's
130
core-
attack and 104 speed.
I think
Like,
it's pretty good.
I like his special defense.
Yeah, it's pretty
He's pushing
good.
a lot on that with that HP.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
just massive. It's just
like-
massively weak to bug.
yeah.
Reminder: Booster Energy is not banned in this draft. You can use Booster Energy. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys directly tell me what you want to see, and I'll do it.
Volcarona is pretty cool. I think having Volcarona to cover Iron Leaves is nice. Keeps those deadly bug buzzes away. And those U-turns.
Namus is one of those rare fast fairy types. Don't get many of those.
Yeah. Anamoros with the contrary can do some ridiculous stuff. I like the Anamoros because it's really hard to predict what that thing's going to do.
Yeah.
It's got
is it not
two
the
very
Therian
high-
contrary? What ability does the Therian one have?
The Therian one's got Overcoat.
Okay, so it's this one contrary, right?
This one's way better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Therian form kind of bites.
Okay.
This one smacks.
It
I
can
like that you have water
it's
absorb.
hold on while I superpower.
I like that you have both for the electric immunity with Kilowattrel and Great Tusk, and then you have the water immunity potential with Quagsire.
Quagsire
And
and
the-
electric.
And the electric. yeah,
Yeah.
don't bring your electric guys versus this team.
Do you have a Wish Passer? Does an Amorous get Wish?
I don't believe so.
I would like Wish on this team.
Don't
Your
always
team
go
has
off that
quite a lot
doc,
of
it's not
natural
always
bulk.
right.
It gets Healing Wish, so if it's about to die, it can kill itself and heal
Mhm.
somebody.
Certainly can.
Yeah,
Well,
I like this team.
It's fast enough to.
I don't. Those kinds of moves though, on things that hit really hard, are kind of weird though. Like, I would rather just like use that turn and just smash something really hard before it dies.
So what are you ranking my team, guys?
Yeah, we should just go. I really like this team. I'm just thinking straight A. I can't find any flaws in it.
I'm gonna say B plus because, well, I think.
You smoke too much crack?
I mean, I smoke a lot of weed, but
Yeah, what's your reasoning?
Brands, dude.
I can't think of
My
any glaring
reasoning-
weaknesses.
my reasoning is I don't really particularly like it. That's literally it. I think U-Turn does a lot of work here. I don't know.
I mean, not really. He's got like 15 flying types.
He's got also eschewing Gudra, Volcarona.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys talked me into it. I'll give it an A.
I was gonna say, if you said A minus, I'd be like, fine, but I thought, wow.
I love how you brought the U-turn when U-turn literally does nothing to like. It's not even super big of
Iron
anything on the team apart from Iron Leaves.
Yeah. Well,
Are we going straight up A on me, yeah?
Yeah, straight A.
All right, James,
Andy?
let's go. Let's try and speed this through. James. So with
Oh,
James,
my opinion doesn't matter. I don't care.
yeah, what do you think?
Me?
Wait, on what
I don't know.
team?
A minus, A, I guess.
Okay, perfect. That'll do.
I don't know.
I'll do then.
I'm really bad at deciding what's good and what's not. I just,
Okay.
like.
James.
I think every team looks pretty good.
James' team: Chin Powell, Reggie Alecki, Dondozo, Lando T, Garganackle, Hatterene, Moltres, Gala Slowbro, Umbreon, Flareon, Phalanx.
This team fucks.
A stall.
I'm gonna say
This team-
something I never thought I would say about a Reggie Alecki team here. Yeah, it's
Uh.
a slow team.
It
It's
is
a
a slow
stall
team
team.
outside of Chin Power and Reggie Lecky.
Yeah, it
Do
is.
you know what he would benefit from? He would benefit from it being a normal Slowbo and not Slowbro Gala. He could so do a
Agreed.
teleport here. He really. He's lucky that he has Baton Pass, dry Baton Pass on both the Umbreon and the Flareon to get out the Regieleki and the Chin Power, because otherwise
You can't
those two
use
things
that,
are
though.
really good.
Yeah, you can. You can dry bat. Oh wait, you can. Can
Yeah.
you dry bat and pass?
Yeah. SSBG allows dry Baton Pass.
Oh, what?
It makes it.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes the EV line so much better.
Yeah.
Because you can use slow EVs
Oh,
to
wow, I didn't
get
know that.
out. Yeah. So both Umbreon and Flareon here are really good. Umbreon being physically defensive and Flareon being specially defensive.
Big water.
They're like
bonus.
two shields strapped to the arms of the teeth of Chien Pao.
Big.
Genuinely, I would have both of those in every match with both of them with Baton Pass just to get out both Regieleki and Chin Pow, hit hard, switch out, get in again.
This team's got a major water weakness.
Oh, that makes Wigglytuff feel better then.
Yeah.
Cool, I didn't know I
Wigglytuff
could use
really-
Baton Pass.
Dude, Wigglytuff can press
Sweet.
Wish and dry Baton Pass into like your whole team. It's so good.
I didn't know I could do that.
So
Yeah.
this team's got a good high speed, like top speed tier, but below that, it's actually quite a slow team.
Yeah.
Good hazard removal. Moltres is always a solid hazard removal, and actually Lando T as well. Wouldn't really use Regieleki on this team as a removal. Only got Stealth Rocks, which
It's the only one you really
considering
need.
everything's got spikes now, that's no. I prefer spikes over Stealth Rock.
Really?
I only like spikes more if you have Ceaseless Edge.
Well, yeah, because spikes it doesn't matter about typing. It takes the same amount of damage every time.
Well, yeah, but
Not
rocks
flying,
is
though.
just you only have to take one turn. Spikes takes like
Yeah.
multiple.
Okay.
We have Hatterene, so he doesn't need hazards. He just has a Hatterene.
Yeah, true.
Right.
So we're saying it's got a relatively low speed to this team. Physically strong,
He can set Trick Room.
physically attacking strong.
Just want to
can
point
set
out
Trick Room,
another team without Steel. We have so many teams without Steel. It's
Yeah,
a real issue.
which is normally one of the favourite
Yeah.
typings, but again,
There's just not a whole lot of steel
but
Pokemon in
he
the game.
covers the very well.
Look at the ground weakness though, and ground is such an offensive typing. Like, yes, you have the Lando you can switch on the ground, but like,
And Moltres.
and Moltres.
Well,
But if that-
every Pokemon that has Earthquake is more than likely packing Rock Slide just
Yeah.
for that.
Yes.
And then you got Lando. I mean, so it's got the switch in for the ground moves it has. I don't think that's a problem. The water type weakness, I think, is a bigger thing.
Water type's an issue.
There's some pretty glaring weaknesses here, is what we're getting at.
I think he's got a good mix of speed and trick room.
Nah, I don't know
He's
if
got
I
a good
agree.
hazard removal with magic bounce.
This
as
team's
well.
taunt bait.
Ooh, it is taunt bait.
I don't dislike this team as much as you guys, clearly, but
I
B
don't
minus.
like it. I'm just saying it's just like.
I'm.
Do you say D minus?
B minus. Dot D. B.
Oh,
B
I
for
think-
Bravo.
I was going to go B plus. What are you thinking?
I was
Dev?
gonna like C plus.
We're going B minus then, I think. Andy, what do you reckon?
I'll go with B. I say B.
We'll go B
Dude, what's
minus.
the lowest
It's
someone's
somewhere in
got?
the
I'm
middle.
curious. You getting any C minuses passed out?
Yeah, C minus
C
has
minus
gone out.
being
Yes.
passed out.
We've only passed out AC. I think it was like
No, it was a C
Nice.
minus.
Who got it?
I can't remember. Jacob, I think.
Yeah.
it was Jacob.
Alright, let's go. I'm trying to rattle through this a bit quicker now. Scotty.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Scotty's team, I'm going to have to change up some of these, aren't I? Yes. We got Urshifu Male, we got Mew. I'm sorry, Urshifu Male, Urshifu Single Strike, Mew, Toxpex, Toxtricity, Hippowdon, Grafai, Cleavor, Magnezone, Crocodile, Breloom, and Tauros Paldea, which is just the regular fighting type one.
Yeah.
Finally, a steel type, but no fairy or dragon. Cry.
I don't think Dragon is actually as useful as it used to be anyway.
No, it's not. Honestly.
For me, if I'm not drafting one of them, it's a Dragon type.
What's Eggy Croconaw doing here?
Croconaw? Croconaw is unbelievable.
No, not
He's
Croconaw.
cute. He got a hat.
What, Crocodile?
Not actual Croconaw, the little crocodile dude. I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Oh, Crocodile. Is he good?
Yes.
How?
Eviolite Crocodile is unbelievable.
Really?
Yes.
It has
Yeah.
Oblivious.
Yeah, it's pretty bulky.
It's got Oblivious and Eviolite.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it.
So it's 78 defense and 58
It still gets
sped
Does it still get torch
81
song?
HP. You add Eviolite onto that, that's basically 90 Spadef. That is roughly 120 defense with 81 HP.
Does it still get slack off?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
It is annoying as hell for a massively low pick. It is a really good low pick.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
So this team, Urshifu obviously smacks hard. Don't think, again, speed-wise, it's just a bit meh. It's not that
Whoa.
like it's the same as the team we looked at earlier. It's 110 top speed with Grafai, who actually isn't putting much damage out, and then Mew and Tauros.
The defensive options between Heckin' Toxapex and Hippowdon, those are two Pokemon that are so hard to break, especially when you're just switching between them.
And Crocodile.
Mew can be hard to break too.
Yeah.
The popular psychic fairy typings are having a good time against this team again.
Yeah.
I mean, single striker, he got the single strike, so it's immune to psychics at least.
Yeah, and then the choice scarf guard.
There's a lot of ground weakness, though. That's what I'll say.
There
The
is
ground weakness is kind of
massive.
big.
Yeah.
But I do think with weaknesses
But
now,
he's probably
with-
gonna
with
be-
Terra.
Yeah, he probably changes those.
I mean, his 2 Terra captains are 4 times weak to ground.
Yeah, which is it's really nice coverage.
Yeah, so
Flying.
they should be alright from that respect. But,
Normal boom burst. Crazy.
let's have a
Ooh, Boom Burst normal boosted off Toxtricity is going to hurt.
the actual special attack on this team is pretty low, so you're going to be building for physical, really.
Yeah.
As I said, the speed tier is just a pretty but it's bulky, so it should be that helps obviously.
You need to be fast if your boys are big.
2 good defoggers, load of different hazards.
He's gonna get stealth socks up really reliably with that Cleavor.
Oh yeah, I mean I like Cleavor. It's kind of really underrated, I think.
Yeah.
So
Hippo gets rocked whenever it wants
where are we
to.
rating this team?
I'm with an A.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want
I
to play
don't
that
think
as
it's
an
an
A.
A.
I don't think it's an A.
I
I think it's a B.
I was going to go B plus.
That's acceptable.
What did you go with?
I think it has too many weaknesses and common weaknesses at that.
What did
to
you go
be-
with? Devin A and Andy, what did you choose?
I thought A minus, whatever any of the rest. That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good core though. The defensive core is pretty nice.
That's where my A is coming from. Is entirely that defensive core.
Going A
You're gonna need
minus.
Strong defensive core.
Going A
Like
minus.
you're gonna need to hit it so hacking hard. I tried. I couldn't break it.
Yeah.
See if I can fix this. There is walking wake on this team, which I can't fix, obviously, because for some reason it's not there.
Luckily, I think we all know Walking Wake. I think everyone here has faced Walking Wake enough that we kind of know it, right?
Yeah, I hate that mon. It is a dangerous monster.
I mean, this team I think, is one of the most dangerous teams out there. Andy always drafts a decent team.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god, if we got Andy here, I can't be nice to someone who's here. F minus. Fuck this team.
Yeah.
Andy,
fine.
why didn't you draft for me?
I don't know. Had
Okay,
more
we have
important things to do.
double weather with the Pelipper and the Torkoal. With, of course, both the Sandy Shocks and the Roaring Moon getting the boosted in the sun. I could see Torkoal coming more often than Pelipper.
So does Walking Wake too.
Oh yeah, of course, I'm Walking Wake. Then we have Pelipper, which will boost the Basket Legion and the Walking Wake. Walking Wake obviously not getting any speed boosts or anything like that,
Scizor.
but you can. It stops the Sizzle's type weakness being quite as bad.
Yeah.
This is a very
Yeah.
weathery team. The only things not affected by weather in this team are Uxie and Staraptor. And
Wigglytuff.
everything- Oh, I'm Wigglytuff, sorry.
I mean,
Everything else is affected by weather.
even
So
Sandy Shocks
when I
help.
was drafting this, I didn't want it to be. I didn't want this to be weather reliant. I don't think it is actually, because I think I still can bring all this stuff without weather and it still works pretty well. Yeah, that's why I wasn't like feeling bad about going for rain at the end of the draft, because I kind of didn't want to like be weather guy, but whatever.
You're now dual weather guy.
As a
Yeah.
mon, I like Pelipper more than Torkoal. Controversial opinion, I know. I feel it does the balance of defensive and offensive better than Torkoal does. But Torkoal, you get Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin, which is really nice. You do get the defog on Pelipper, of course. I really like that Pelipper has U-turn, which allows you to really play into your weather threats. But Torkoal is just so nice for getting out your Roaring Moon, Sandy Shocks, and the other dragon, I can't remember his name, Walking Wake.
Walking Wake.
Crazy. I'm thinking A+. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's stupid. It's
Yeah,
such
no,
a strong team.
I think it's a really strong
A
team.
plus.
And
Yeah.
it's got loads of good removal as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. Speed is not even like an issue for this team with all the boosts.
I mean, it's,
like,
it's a
you don't-
slow team, but because
Yeah.
of the weather, it's okay.
Well, Walking Wake is like 109.
Yeah.
One.
Like base, I think. So it's not
Yeah.
slow.
Booster energy is not banned in this draft, nor is there a one item per team member clause. You could literally put booster energy on Roaring Moon, Sandy Shocks, and Walking
Yeah.
Wake, and have
Well,
a fast.
I don't think the team needs booster energy because you've got the weather already.
Yeah.
So we going A.
A+, I
A+.
think. This is the strongest team we've seen so far.
We can't keep giving Andy the best team.
Oh,
What's wrong with
Yes,
you?
we can.
So well.
All right, this team here is the biggest F tier I've ever seen in my life. So we're going with Bam's team next. It's terrible. It's awful.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. And it would take a real, like hyper, like absolute dumbass to draft like this.
Yeah.
Have to be a literal child at the helm.
Like a
They probably
man
handed the phone over
child.
to
hey guys,
Spirit.
I gotta go. The kids are coming back. See ya.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Man child would draft this team.
So we thinking like what, A?
So let's have a quick look here. So no glaring weakness. Slightly weak to ice, but again, ice isn't that big an offensive threat. I'll be honest. Flying weakness is quite large again. apart from Corviknight. I don't like his water, fire, grass core particularly.
Yeah.
But
Meow Meow hit pretty hard though.
But I like the Steel and Fairy.
Why? Wait. Why do you not like the water, fire, grass core?
Just from a defensive pivot point of view.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? These are three of the most offensive water, grass, and fire mons there are. But you mean defensively, right? That makes sense.
you want your fire, water, grass core to be used as a defensive unit as opposed to offensive as such usually, because they kind of cover each other's weaknesses, so you can switch in. So it's the offensive side of it's not as important in my opinion, not having that core. But I think it's a solid enough team. I think the Steel and Fairy core's nice. Corviknight and Sylveon, bulky, strong, and also Morgrem obviously. He's got webs with Spidops, which is useful. Got terrain, which is nice. I don't see him bringing in Didi and Morgrem at the same time though.
No.
I don't like this team as much as I like Andy's. I'm just going to put that out there.
The thing with this team is you've got Sneasler, which is very easy to proc with Indeedee. Indeedee can also set Trick Room for Ursaluna, but you can also set up webs and start trailblazing potentially with Ursaluna as well. And it's just, I mean, Ursaluna is just a massive threat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hazard removal, default Corviknight, one of the best hazard removal Pokemon, and also rapid spin on Brambleghast.
Yeah.
Which I really like actually, because let's say you and your opponent have got hazards up, you both switch in to get hazard removal in. Well, they can't spin on you.
It's a nice little
It's
mon.
a ghost type, so I like that. I just think this team's a bit. It's got a couple of offensive threats, but I just think it's a bit middling. What do you
I don't know.
think?
It's really strong. His special attack is definitely a lot weaker than his physical, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what you're special attacking with Amaraj, Sylveon, and Indeedee, and that's about it. Everything else is physical.
I want to give this team a B, personally.
Yeah, I'm happy with a B.
I was leaning towards A, but I'll go with B because I know it'll annoy Bam. B for Bam.
I mean, for a BAM team, BAM normally drafts so strong. I think this is probably one being harsh. He normally drafts so strongly, and it's not his usual. He'll make some panic trades soon, and it'll be really good again.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go with the next team. It is Stevan. We've got Iron Treads, Greninja, Enamorous T, Cresselia, Tauros Blaze, Haxorus, Jolteon, Hisuian Bravari, Vaporeon Decidueye, and Sneasel Hisui. So, where are we going with this?
He's gonna stall so much.
It is bulky.
Not only is it bulky, but it's quite fast too.
Yeah.
I quite like this team. I don't want to face this team though.
Ren's scary.
Yeah.
I'd be less worried about this team on the physical side though.
Yeah.
It's the first really strong special team I've seen, but on the physical side, I wouldn't be anywhere near as worried, which is just weird. It's decent.
Yeah.
I like the team a lot actually. I really do. What?
A minus. I'm just throwing it out there.
You know, I said I'm not that scared on the physical side. It averages 97 on the physical side and only 86 on the special side.
God, I always forget how strong an Amorous' special attack is. Holy shit.
You look at his physical attack, 115.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Okay, speed tier is fantastic. Good rapid spinner. Just a couple of decent defoggers. Potential.
I don't like Bravery Hisui. I've had bad experiences with it. I don't think it's that good.
I've used it. I don't particularly like it either, to be honest. But Haxorus for setup sweep, Greninja for setup sweep, even Enamorous T for setup sweep. You can calm mind the hell out of that, and that can become a real pain.
Bell choice First impression hacks.
Yeah, I think it's a really solid team. This.
Yeah,
A minus.
I'm B plus.
I think I want it to go A. I think. It doesn't seem to have a weakness as such.
Mine is entirely because I how bulky the team is. Mine's a little biasy. It's more than likely. I think A minus is probably the appropriate setting.
The reason I'm not going higher is I don't think he has like a really scary high out there threat. Like, of course, he does have some really scary threats like Anamorous and stuff, but like we've seen Sneasel sweep whole teams, we've seen like Annihilate sweep whole teams and that sort of stuff. He doesn't have that huge mon that's gonna. Now, of course, that's not Steven's playstyle anyway, but for me, that's the thing that can push a team to the next level.
Fair enough. We're going Alex next.
Which, speaking of which, I can instantly see this is more my what I like.
Alex, well, he's got Reggie Drago, and I can tell you right now how dangerous Reggie Drago is because I've been using it in the PTG draft, and it is just nuking people for fun.
An amazing mod for a Terra Captain.
It's unbelievable. I've got it as my Terra Captain over there. It is incredible.
Also, Slow King G with its chili reception and both an Iron Bundle and it's a Titan. And it's a Titan. Oh, I guess Devin had to go. Just me and you then, I guess.
Yeah. It's a Titan. Well, Slash Rush after Glow King's chili reception. Yeah, I like this team. I really do.
It's bulky and its biggest threats are fast. Its biggest threats also cover a lot.
Yeah, it's not massively fast, but it's quick enough.
You only need Iron Bundle and Cinderace, really, and between those two, you cover everything.
Yeah, you cover a hell of a lot, I would say. But also, you've got to remember, you've got that Slush Rush from the Societan, so you have got speed that way. And Prankster Sableye, which helps as well. No glaringly obvious weaknesses. Again, a bit weaker to Rock, but Rock, again, it's not a typing that... The problem with Rock is there aren't that many moves which are actually that dangerous. If you know what I mean? And a lot of them can miss, so it's not a type that I love personally.
And not only that, but you then have Cinderace who can like even cover his own weaknesses with things like acrobatics and stuff with its Libero.
It's got Defog, Rapid Spin, and obviously it's got Court Change, reasonable mix of hazards. Actually, his hazard setters aren't that great. Like Sandaconda.
I like Sandaconda, the most reliable paralyzer in the game.
Yeah, no, I think it's a decent team. I really do. Again, I think it's really solid. I want to go A- on this one.
I think I would agree with that. A-.
Right, Alex, you get A-. Then we're gonna go with Jamie's team next. I like this team. I think it's got a really nice core with Samurott and with Samurott and also with Annihilate. So it's got Hisuian Samurott, Annihilate, Esperada, Serena, Oricorio, Pom Pom, Gardevoir, Salamence, Malolan Muck, Lycanroc Dusk, Klefki, and Cryogonal.
You know how Oricorio's Revelation Dance works with Terra, right?
No.
You do not. So the reason that Oricorio is popular in drafts with Terra rules is because Revelation Dance basically works as Terra Blast, but is not normal type. So if you Terra Fire, for example, your Revelation Dance will be Fire.
Nice.
So this Revelation Dance will be electric normally, but then when he Terras, it will switch to whatever he Terras to, which is really good.
So I like the team because it's got a solid defensive core here, and I say Hisuian Samurott, but it does with draft you can use it quite defensively. Annihilate, which is nice, a load of Muck, Klefki, Salamence even. So I like that part of it there.
Yeah, a lot of people forget as well. You know, with Hisuian Samurott getting Ceaseless Edge as its setter, you can literally slap an Assault Vest and tank for days while still staying spikes.
Anders, you know how dangerous Hisuian Samurott is, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. We won't talk too much about the last time I battled you.
Well, in equals in equal regards. My team on the NFPB
Yeah.
has both Hisuian Samurai and Annihilate, and I'm currently 8-0 on that.
Yeah, they are dangerous.
It's a crazy core.
Esperanza as well. Like,
Yeah.
that is seriously dangerous. That can be massive sweep potential.
Yep. Calm Mind, Speed Boost, Store Power, GG.
I love Lycan Rock as well for the revenge killing.
Yep.
Um,
It's really nice. Excel Rock, Tough Claws, Stone Edge.
I think this is an A-tier team.
Yeah, easy.
In fact, it for me, it's between this one and Andy's team for the best so far.
I think so too. I'm willing to go same as Andy, A+. I like this team.
I think we left. Did we put Andy as A+?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then this is definitely A+. It is between these two. Okay, next up we have Theo, and I think this is the last two.
Cool.
Fantastic. Oh,
What's the question mark?
Find out. Search for. Oh God, what do I put through for? 1 second. This doc has been such. By the way, this is all because Paul sets up his doc stupidly. That it's been such a pain for me. I don't care if it's not Paul. I'm still blaming it on Paul.
All is still your fault.
Theo. So it's Theophile, Mr. TJP or whatever they're calling him. So again, this team we've got Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Spectria, Skeledirge, Readerboom, Florges, Gallade, Fortress, Low Kicks, Quillfish, Shui, Altaria, and Inteleon.
I really like this team instantly off the bat. You have the Oblivious Skeledirge, you have the Fortress for the physical, the Florges for the special. It looks slow, but you're forgetting the absolutely insane first impressions and Glassy Glides.
Also, Readerboom is bloody bulky as well.
Yeah. Altaria is an interesting Terra choice. You do get Dragon Dance and stuff on Altaria.
For me, that's I would probably be terroring Gallade 9
yeah,
times out of 10.
Especially that sharpness. I was actually going to move on to that, but yeah, I just wanted to point out that I still think it's interesting. I like Inteleon, and I like its speed tier. Spectria is really nice here, of course. Really good speed tier.
Again, only a couple of quick ones, and everything else under 100. But most of them are over 80, which is nice.
Even then, though, like, so you pointed that out. So what we got Spectria 130, Inteleon 120. So we're like, oh, Urshifu, that's slow. Oh, but wait, it gets Aquajet. Okay, what's that below that? Low Kicks. Oh yeah, that's slow. Oh wait, it gets First Impression. Okay, what's below that? Oh, Readerboom. Oh wait, it gets Glassy Glide. That's suddenly then half the team.
Very true.
I like this team. I don't like it as much as the last team. I think for me, I'm leaning B+. I think it's very strong offensively and very defensive. I think I like Wish. I like Wish on Florges.
I'm happy enough with B+.
Cool.
Let me just quickly check hazard and removal. I think it's got good hazard. What's
Good
the removal like?
Fog and, yeah.
Florges and actually with the Wish with that as well and stuff. That's nice. Yeah. Good pivot as well. Yeah, it's just a really solid all-round team, isn't it?
Yeah. It just does everything well.
What do you say, B+?
Yeah.
I was going to go A-. We'll set with your B+.
Okay.
Mm.
Next team's a very slow team. I can instantly tell that.
Yeah, it is.
Daniel. Okay.
So, Daniels, we've got Mousehole. We've got Dragonite, Glamora, Golden Go, Hooper Unbound, Mimikyu, Iron Hands, Masquerain, Volcanion, Mousehole, Appleton, and Avalug Hisui.
I don't like Mousehold. I'm going to put this straight out there. I think Mousehold is trash and draft. This is coming from someone who used to love it. I think if you know Mousehold is coming, you always stick something even modestly defensive with a Rocky Helmet, and Mousehold just gets beaten. The protective pads do not stop it getting the recoil damage from Rocky Helmet.
I don't understand it being a Terra Captain.
No. Me neither.
How it being Terra... Defensively, it's not going to really help it take any shots, really. Because it is very frail.
Yeah.
Offensively, you're already hitting 10 times, so if you're not knocking out already, then Like, it's yeah. I
What
don't.
else would we have as Terra Captain here? Even Appleton would work better here, in my opinion.
But it's the fastest Pokemon there, and it's like, yeah.
I don't like it. I like Volcanion.
Dragonite's a
Like
big threat. Dragonite is always going to be a big threat.
and
Setup,
Hooper Unbound.
yeah. Dragonite with its setup, extreme speed.
Yeah.
It's pretty dangerous.
Not as dangerous when it can't Terra. Like, that was the thing that really made it outstanding this generation. But it's still obviously really good. But if you know it's coming, you're going to be packing ice.
I don't love this team's defensive coverage. What I do like is Glamora and Goldengo, though, as a combo.
Yes.
Makes removal very hard and annoying.
It's going to be so hard to remove hazards.
Let's have a quick look. Weakness-wise,
everything gets killed by ground, apart from Dragonite and Masquerain.
yeah, 2 immunities. It's solid. It's okay. He needs to be careful not to Terra Mousehole, because otherwise he loses all his ghost resists. His only ghost resist. Again, that's another weird reason it's Terra Capped. I find that odd. But Tidy Up's a pretty useful move.
I don't like this team. I'm thinking
his
B.
only hazard setter is Glamora.
Wait, doesn't Avalok get Stealth Rocks? What?
Apparently not.
What?
Okay. I'll be honest, I personally don't like this team very much. Apart from the fact that it's relatively bulky and it does have packs and power, but the speed's so low.
I like a lot of these mons individually.
Yes. I think that's the thing. Individually, there's a lot of good ones. There's only a little bit of synergy across the board.
Even Mimikyu as a Terramon isn't that great, in my opinion, because you're generally not living that second hit.
Yeah.
Even no matter what typing you are, it doesn't take neutral hits that well, even.
Let me have a quick look at this. That's the first one I want to have a look at. What are the other choices? Masquerain's got Appleton. Actually, they are the best choice out of the ones you can Terra.
I genuinely think Appleton is a better choice than Mousehold. Appleton can do stuff. It's this typing that holds it back.
I think this is very much a team which has been picked and then the Terra captains have been thought about afterwards.
I think you're probably right there.
Whereas I picked Moltres, I think, 3rd or something, going, I'm taking this early, I want this as my Terra captain.
I knew I wanted my Ditto Terra Captain really early because I was imagining that scenario where their Ace Mon was going up against me. They had swept my team. They had 2 Swords Dancers up, and they were full health, right? And the one difference that would make the difference is terroring into a type they cannot hit.
I want to give this team C+.
I will go with you on that, C+.
Okay, and I think that brings us to the end, in fact, because I think the ones below are from a different draft. Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
It's Jamie and Paul, yes. So that's all our teams done. So we've got 2 A pluses and a few A's and stuff mixed in. So for a quick recap, we've got Carla as a B+, really solid all-round team. Defensively and offensively, really nice. We've got Anders as A-, again, got some real offensive threats and a nice little defensive core. Jeremy, A, good, solid all-round team, looks hard to break down. Jacobs, C-, got some nice defensive stuff in there, it's a bit of offensive threats, but just lacking that all-round kind of balance, wouldn't you agree, Anders?
I think looking at this, I kind of like Jacob's team more than the one we just looked at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, but that's okay. We'll stick to our rules because I don't like going back.
We can drop Daniels down.
Nah, it's fine. We'll just stick to what we got.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's just, like, at a quick instant glance, like, kind of forgetting what we said about it, so...
Jacob's problem was major weakness to
bad
drafting.
chilling.
It was just no fairy, no steel. Like,
yeah, it is missing a few things.
Yeah. It's just got some key components short. Jared's team C+, which I think might actually be slightly harsh looking at it now, but it did have some... It is very hyper-offensive.
Very hyper offensive.
But and so could do well, but physical weakness, bit of an issue, but really could sweep through teams. I mean, this is a team which can win 6-0 or can lose 6-0.
Yeah, I think I agree on that one.
Yeah. Devon's team got an A minus. I think
Yeah.
very kind to Devon there. Again, he's just got a lovely Dragon Fairy Steel Core.
I think the balance of his typings are really good.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
My team got an A, even though Devon wanted to only give me a B plus because Devon's mean. We got James.
Literally, I was like, point out the weakness, and he was like, oh.
Yeah, the one thing he named was ridiculous, but that's Devon.
I don't like Samurott. I will state that, but I think the rest of your team more than make up for it. I think normal Samurott is never coming. I think you're always.
I had 3 points left. I wanted just a pure water type.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that was what was left.
Yeah.
James B minus. Oddly slow team, but could cause some real issues because you've got Regieleki, you've got Chiampao, and you've got some good pivot to bring those in to cause major threats.
Yeah.
Scotty's team here, A minus. Like all the A minus teams, really strong all round, and actually it looks like it's going to be an absolute pain in the backside to break down. Andy's team, A plus. It's just banging weather threats. Like, Jesus, like you just want to. I don't know how you're going to break that.
Sandy Shocks is a crazy terror as well. More so than Staraptor, in my opinion.
I could see him being mad enough as well to bring double weather and causing someone just headaches.
Yeah, and you can really play around that too.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, and Sandy Shocks as a Terra Captain in Sun. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible in a good way, obviously.
Terra Blast Flamethrower.
Bam. Well, he's a bitch. So yeah.
B plus.
B plus. Yeah, he has got some major offensive threats here. I don't love the team.
My biggest issue was lack of fast special attackers.
Yeah. But he has got some nice synergy with Indeedee, Armourouge, Sneasler, etc. So yeah, solid enough team. The only problem is Indeedee does block Morgrim and stuff, so
yeah,
he probably won't bring them together though. Well, you never know with him. He is mad enough to sometimes.
Definitely.
Stephen A minus, Iron Treads, Greninja, Numerous T, Cresselia, etc. It's just a really solid, like bulky team.
Yeah. The only one I don't like here is Bravery Hisui, but I'm welcome to be proven wrong that it's better than I think.
I've just not seen it do a lot yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, solid team, good damage output on the special side, which is rare for a lot of these teams. But actually, I didn't realise how physically strong it can be as well. Alex A minus. I think Society and Regidrago are two of the better Terra captains in this.
I think in terms of all the Terra captains here, if you don't take into consideration other team members, might be amongst the best Terra captains. Yeah. Well, obviously including Slush Rush, right? But yeah, I really like
Regidrago is just so hard to play against because there's so many different sets as well.
Yeah.
And with Bundle and Cinderace, so yeah, really solid all round team. Jamie's team, A plus. I mean, that is just a threat all round.
Obviously, Orichalcum Pom Pom is a crazy Terra captain. Dancer as an ability is crazy. If you're expecting a Swords Dance, Quiver Dance, anything like that, Dragon Dance, you just switch it in. Then Orichalcum Pom Pom has been given Quiver Dance too, so you can then dance yourself, and then you can just Terra into whatever you want and get Revelation Dance. And it not being like Terra Blast, where it's kind of a wasted move until you Terra.
Unbelievable team, A plus. Like Theo's team, B plus. Solid defensively, some nice offensive output. I think my problem with this team is I can see the same 6 or 7 Pokemon being bought each week, and half the team just being left on the bench the entire time.
You're almost always going to Terragallade here.
I mean, you're almost always going to bring Urshifu, Rapid, Spectre, Escala, Dirge, Rillaboom, Florges,
Yeah.
Gallade, and Fortress. Low kicks, you're probably not as much. Low kicks might come once, Quillfish might come once, Altaria might come once, Inteleon might come once. The rest of them I would probably play in almost every game from those 7.
Yeah.
Or is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Maybe Inteleon would come more often, but yeah. So yeah, 6 or 7 Pokemon. I think the rest of them I just don't like as much. So you got B+, solid score, really solid team. Defensively looks like a pain. And then it was a C+ for Daniel. Some really decent Pokemon, some nice chemistry between Glimmora and Goldengo, but I think the synergy throughout the entire team is a bit of an issue. It is a bit slow.
Yeah.
Both Terra Captains I don't love. Mimikyu to me feels like a waste of a Terra Captain because you're going to hit it with an attack which is going to break its disguise. So if you Terra early with it, well, the disguise is going to break no matter what. If you know what I mean.
You know what would really make Daniel's team better? Theo's Inteleon. He would do some work for his team.
Yeah. But yeah, solid team, C+. So we are between Jamie's team, which is an A+ here.
Yeah.
And I think we'll hand out an S to either Jamie or Andy. So have a quick look at Jamie's team. Samurott and Arlo, Esperanza, Serena, Orico, Pompom, Gardevoir, Salamence, A Load of Muck, Lycanroc, Dusk, Klefki, Cryogonal. And Andy's team, which is the dual weather team. Who do you think has the edge here?
Ooh, it's a hard one. I'm going to go with my gut, and my gut is going to say Jamie's team, which I know is kind of crazy because Andy's team really goes off.
I agree, because even though weather is very strong, I think you are having to limit yourself to play around weather, whereas I think this is a better all-round team.
I mean, there's so much he can do, and he's just so hard to deal with.
So
There's so much. Oh, you've got a fighting move. Oh, in comes Annihilate. Oh god, it's bulked up. GG. Oh wait, you have a fighting move. Wait, actually, it's not Annihilate. It's a Sparfra. Oh, and wait, it's Calm Minded. GG. Oh wait, sorry, you want to use a psychic move? In comes Samurott. Okay, it's Ceaseless Edge. GG.
So Jamie, you get the S tier for this. That's all the teams rounded up. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun season.
You know, a team is good when you don't even mention the fact that he's got a Salamence. We didn't even bring that up once.
I did during the thing, but it wasn't the one we focused on, which is amazing. Like,
yeah.
I actually brought it up as a defensive Pokemon as opposed to an offensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Jamie well deserved of the S tier. As I said, the tiering doesn't matter, guys. Every team here can win games. It's what we see as the easiest to play with.
Yeah.
So it's just that team we think is easier to pilot. But yeah, I think all round good draft. I think it's going to be a really strong lineup this draft season, and some real tough games.
Yeah, definitely. I think S tier for Anders and F tier for everyone else.
Bam gets Z tier. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for listening, and yeah, thank you very much for joining Anders as well. Any final words?
Thank you for hosting, and thanks all for watching. If you've made it this far, we really appreciate your support, and we look forward to the rage-filled comments with people disagreeing with our opinions.
Oh yes, I love them every time. It's what makes it easy to go to sleep at night. All right, guys, thank you very much, and we'll catch you for our next draft review, which will be somewhere at some point. Adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.